Beginning of this video. Do you see what this is? This is a baseball. This area is one piece of skin, and it goes all the way to this side. So I hold the ball with these two pieces here and these two pieces here, and I'm holding my whole ball. The rest of my fingers are free. If I take the ball, okay, and I become the pitcher, I split my fingers on the lining, okay? See the way the lining is going towards the closed area of the ball? I'm not a pitcher. How did they tell you how to pitch, right? Here's the V, and here's the U, the stitching where it comes around. Now, where did this lead to? I don't know. But this symbolizes, right, the squaring of the ball, because there's 9 areas here. All I have to do is chop off the end part. What is this part, this bubble? Maybe I'm standing up on the earth and they have to go around me. So I have one here, and then I got one here, and then I have one here. And on the opposite side, I got one here. I didn't draw it right. One here and one here. But the reality is, right, there are 4, but 2 of them, this one over here and the one on the opposite side, right, one is from this skin. One is from this skin, this skin over here, right? The other one's from this skin, Rumpelstiltskin. So now we have this, which is the joint. North, south, east, and west, you're on the same skin. Now let me turn it. North and south, you're on the same skin. East and west is on the back side. So we have to calculate, and I'm putting it small here. Should I be as large as this, or should I have a duplicate here? How many of these squares will complete inside of this? Squaring off the ball. This is about 5 years ago. This piece of wood is to show you 2 circles, in which, to understand the 2 circles, I don't know if I finished off the design or I threw out the paper. I think I threw out the paper. Is the paper outside? I don't know. I think I crumpled it up outside. The beginning of, I'm putting this design, I can't throw out this piece of wood or put it away until it's finished. You see the piece of wood? The eye over here? I'm not sure, but this round over here, I'm thinking of taking these arms and putting it right to where the round is, and taking that and putting it right to the round is, or over here. This would be one side of the ball. You see the down and up, the jack and jack, the 2 jacks creating the 20 with this over here. The line's going across, right? We don't see what's coming from the heavens or the sun. So I'm redoing that over here, right? So we have that. Now what I wanted to show you is this. Here's 8. We go all around 8 because 8 is locked together. The 7 is locked to the 8th gate. There is no gateway, there is no 8, if we do not have the lock of the 0 and the double 0. The 0 is in the center, is what holds the 2 zeros, and here's the 1 home. Now I'm assuming there's a possibility they could have opened this up a little bit, cut it open a little bit, and made a split or a splice and putting this over here. So now if you come up really, really close, right, it'll create the X, the I, and the H inside this part of that. Not if and maybe. It does. It actually does. I just wanted to go over devil, L meaning she, Dave of 4 life, D and E 5 and 4 the foxhole passage of the sun of the old city. Male, is he male to deliver, A and I? M and L, female and male is 12 and 13, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, 25 or 1/4 of creation. Ale or an ailment or ale in beer is hops. So now we're going to have to relate this to something else. 1 to 13 is the spirit inside of her. Ma, le. Elma. Elma! Deliver. 4 and 5, we deliver. And in the water world, and the liver represents the water world, and when the child is born, he comes from 9 months, okay, into the 7th gate to come out into the 8th world, remaining 8th world, because he's connected to the 2nd side in order to have the element of spirit, and becomes man 6, lesser than all, because without the spirit, you have nothing. Without Eve, you have no cement, you have no cup holder. For Adam to make love and Eve to create the spider web that takes and brings everything together. And you have the tier, where 3 and 2 spaces on the inside, and 1 back at the bottom. This is the standing point for V equals to 5. In 2017, we will equal to the debit machine, removing the Q from the 7th letter, removing the Z from the 26th letter. Z is actually saying 226. Okay, also Z is a representation of N and a total of 40. When we remove it, and they put it on the 1 key, so what was a value of 76 on the 7th key, representing the 7th key gateway, is now a value of 53 minusing 17. The value on Z, which was once 98, they remove 26 and they create 72. 72 is creation of 14, okay? And the I inside the gateway, which is what the cube represents, and inside the moon. You notice there's a minimum of 1, 2, but these 1, 2 will only bring you the average here. This 1, 2 will only bring you the average here. So 9 and 9, 18. On 2 sides is 36. Will bring you the average over here, 18. And will bring you the average over here, 18.
Okay, 18 plus 1 and 18 plus 1. 18 here and 18 on the other side, 9 and 9, 81 standardized Venus. 81 A and H, creating our Heaven Angel Resident Electronic Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Just before I go, at the same time, I was building the Hebrew synagogue, the house of Jacob, a few years ago with my father. Okay, we were using these nails, and I said, I'm going to say to you, Dad, where did we get this? Was Jesus in our heaven too? He says, no. He says he was bolted down to the post. Just kidding. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. So I'm going to move the light over. I don't like the light in my face. Thank you for watching this video.